Do you suffer from approach anxiety? Do you have a fear or anxiety around approaching women and starting up conversations and asking them out, especially out of the blue? Do you want to know why approaching women and why learning how to skillfully and confidently approach women, why it's so gosh darn important in the dating game? Want to know why? I'm going to tell you why and break it down for you. Here is the real reason. Every guy, no matter how shy or quiet you are, I don't care if you have social anxiety or whatnot, but you've got to learn how to masterfully approach women and ask them out. You've got to learn. It's an essential skill. It's not a want to have to learn, it's got to have to learn. And here's some of the reasons why. The first reason why is because something that you probably don't know is that women, especially attractive women, the higher up the chain you go with attractiveness and quality, the more they care about this and the more they test for this. But women want a strong, confident man. That's what we're looking for. That's what we test for from start to finish. We all deep down want a strong, confident man. That's who we're going to choose. So we have little subconscious tests that we do from the first interaction all the way through the relationship to test a man's real strength and his confidence and make sure that he's a real man, okay? We don't want all the boys, we don't want all the geeks and losers, we don't want them being in relationships with us, okay? Because we want a strong man. So how do we test for that? It starts from the very beginning. When you approach a woman, at least when you approach her and you ask her out, you start the conversation with her, that is like the bare minimum amount of effort and strength that shows to a woman that, hey, this guy might be worth talking to. He's at least got the balls to come up and talk to me and ask me out. Doesn't matter what he looks like. At the very minimum, that's what we're thinking as women. That's how we test a man's strength, is right from the beginning. It's like the very first minimal effort test of your strength and manhood that you're doing or that you're showing or proving when you're approaching a woman and asking her out. If you can't even do that tiny little piece of effort, just walking up to a girl, starting a conversation and asking her out, then you're not man enough to even take care of a woman. Jesus. A woman feels like if she's going to have to hold your hand the whole time, she's got to come over to approach you, or you're just too shy to approach her, and so maybe you just give her some eye contact and hope she's going to approach you or something, or you just stay in your corner, be invisible, and never talk to her because you're too scared. Then how the heck are you going to support her throughout the relationship? Because here's the thing, it gets a lot harder than that after the approach. The approach, asking her out, that's cake. That's the very easy first step. But after the approach, then you've got to win her over on the date. Then you've got the second and third date and beyond. You've got to progress things as the man. You've got to be the one to take the lead in progressing the relationship. Then you get in the relationship, and that's even harder. If you think that you're scared to approach a woman and ask her out before you even know her, if that scares you, if that fear of rejection or it stirs up some emotions that freak you out, well then how are you going to handle a woman beyond that? That's my point. Because it gets a lot harder than that. And women, especially attractive women, and once you start liking a woman, they play some games sometimes. And they test you a lot. They can make you jealous, insanely jealous. They can throw tests at you that make you totally enraged at them. They make you scared of losing them. Maybe they don't call you for a day and all of a sudden you're freaked out she's got someone else. There's all these different emotions that come up and insecurities that come up with men later on once you've gotten attached to her and you've already started liking her. And if you can't even stomach the strength to approach a girl and ask her out, the very first step, then you're definitely not going to have the stomach for all the rest of the stuff that happens after that, because it gets a lot harder and you have to have more strength to handle that as a man. If you are so sensitive to the rejection or fear or whatnot, embarrassment, then no way you're going to handle all the stuff that comes after that. So learning how to approach women, bringing back to my point, it's so important because when you can get over that fear of rejection and the attachment to the outcome, when you can finally desensitize yourself to it and get over that, and you've put yourself through the ringer of approaching and asking girls out, you build so much more strength as a man, so much more strength and stomach, you know, it makes you into a man basically. And because you've built up that extra strength, that extra thick skin, it allows you to properly prepare for what's next in the relationship, what's all the other things after that. If you skip that stage altogether, you may be able to get by with a date or two if a girl just falls in your lap and you don't have to approach a girl, but you're not going to have the stomach and strength to handle all the rest of the situations after that. And you're probably not going to have the stomach to make the first move, kiss her, or try to progress things romantically or sexually. Take the lead. Because if you're always worried about that rejection, it's going to make you much more passive as a man. And you're always going to be kind of taking her cues and letting her lead. Meanwhile, she's going to lose more and more respect for you as a man, because we as women innately want the man to take the lead. We want you to be bold. We want you to be confident there. So, wrapping things up, you cannot bypass the approaching mastery stage. A lot of guys also think that they can bypass it just by setting up a profile online and doing the online dating thing. But you still have to be good at approaching online too. Men still are expected to make the first move. You still are expected to progress things after the first email and take the date offline, ask her out. There's still essentially the same method of approaching, but it's just in an online version. So if you never learn how to approach women confidently, then you're not going to be successful online dating either. You've got to do it some way. You can't get around it, so you might as well learn how to approach women successfully and get over your attachment to the outcome, your self-consciousness or the fear of rejection. And last but not least, another reason why you want to master it is because you want to have tons of options of women everywhere. You don't want to just be restricted to online or just women who fall into your lap. You want to be open to the woman at the supermarket who's really cute, or the girl at the bank who's super cute. If you learn how to approach women, you can approach women anywhere, anytime. And you now have access to a world of women who you never could have accessed before. And you now are open to all these different options and opportunities of women around you because you have that skill down. So I hope I've convinced you, gentlemen out there, why approaching women and learning how to ask them out confidently is so important. This is what I teach my men in my private date coaching program and in my weekend workshops and my group coaching. So if you're curious or you want to learn more, let's talk about your unique situation. We'll discuss it over the phone in a 30-minute free dating strategy session, and then I'll give you my quick synopsis and analysis of you and give you the best option moving forward that's going to help you with your situation, your challenges, and your goals. Go to my website at www.deannalorraine.com to hear more about my men's date coaching programs and sign up for your free 30-minute dating strategy session. All right, that is it for now. Go out there, learn the game, play the game, and win it. I'll see you next time. I'm Deanna Lorraine, the dating coach. Talk to you soon.